Hello children. In the previous video, already we have started with a new chapter AP, that is arithmetic progression. So, what was an AP? An AP is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number d to the preceding term. Okay? And that fixed number d is also called as a common difference. And also we have seen that common difference, it will be either positive or negative, or it may be 0 itself. Okay, and the general form of an AP is given by a, then a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, and so on. Okay, that means my a will be the first term, second term will be a plus d, third term is a plus 2d, fourth term it will be a plus 3d. So nth term will be a plus, it will be n minus 1d. Okay. Now here it is given the same. A given list of numbers a1, a2, a3 and so on is an AP if the differences, that is a2 minus a1. What you should do is you have to find the difference of consecutive numbers. That means second number minus the first, third number minus the second, fourth number minus the third. Okay, if the differences are the same, then we say that the given sequence is in AP. Okay, now suppose if the question is to check whether the given sequence is in AP, and directly if the terms have not been given, then just if we have first three terms of the given sequence, then we can check whether the sequence is in AP or not. Since we have to just find what? A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2. So if both the differences are the same, then we can say that the sequence, it will be in AP. Is it clear? Then the third point it is, in an AP with first term A and the common difference D, the nth term of the given sequence, it will be given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Okay, so let us start with the simplest example of AP. So the first question is, for the AP 3 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 3 by 2, write the first term A and the common difference D. Now here already it is given that the sequence is in AP. Okay, so we should not check whether that it has a common difference or not. It will have, because it is already given it is in AP. Okay, so the question is to what? To find the first term and the common difference. So which is the first term? The first term of the sequence is 3 by 2. So the first term A will be equal to 3 by 2. Now how to calculate the common difference? Your common difference D is given by what? I can write it as, it will be a A2 minus A1. That is 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2. You will be getting it as minus 1. And so the common difference, it will be minus 1. Okay. Is that clear? Okay then. Now see, the next is, which of the following list of numbers does form an AP? If they form an AP, write the next two terms. That means from the following four sequences, you have to check whether which sequences are in AP. If the sequence is in AP, then you have to find its next two terms. Okay? So let us begin with the first question. First sequence is given by 4, 10, 16, 22 and so on. So here, what is my first term? My first term, it is given by A1 is equal to 4, A2 is given by 10, A3 is given by 16. We need your first three terms. Now find your A2 minus A1. What is A2 minus A1 you will get? That is 10 minus 4 you will be getting as 6. Then A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2 is what? is it here 16 minus 10? It will be equal to 6. Okay. There is no necessity to find your A4 minus A3 because your A2 minus A1 is same as your A3 minus A2. So here itself we can say what? The given sequence is in AP. Okay, clear? Next is 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 5 and so on. Again, my first term is 1. Second term is what? Second term is given to be minus 1. Third term is given to be minus 3. So what to do again? Find your A2 minus A1. Now A2 minus A1 is it minus 1 minus 1? Okay, so it will be minus 2. Then what is A3 minus A2? A3 minus A2 again I will be getting minus 3 minus of minus 1. So minus of minus becomes plus. So it is minus 3 plus 1 I'll be again getting as minus 2. And hence we have got A2 minus A1 is same as A3 minus A2. And hence the given sequence it will be in AP. Okay. Okay. The previous question I did not tell about the next two terms. Okay. Here we got that sequence was in AP, and again the question was what? If it is in AP, you should write next two terms. So the next two terms will be what? I'll be getting it as, for this question I am saying, yes, what was the common difference? Common difference is 6. My fourth term have been given as 22. So which will be my next term? Next term it will be, that is fifth term, it will be 22 plus 6, that is 28. And sixth term will be 28 plus 6, that will be your 34. Okay, clear? Then similarly in the second question we got that it is an AP and we have to find what? The next two terms. What was the common difference? Common difference was minus 2. So here 4 terms were given. We have to find the fifth term. So A5 will be, A5 it will be minus 5. What should I do there? Minus 5 plus minus 2. That means will I get it as minus 7? Okay. And the next term, that is A6, will be minus 7 plus minus 2. So the next term it will be minus 9. Hope this is clear to you. Okay. Next was the third sequence is what? Minus 2, 2, minus 2, 2, minus 2 and so on. So what is my A1 here? A1 is minus 2. A2 is what? 2. And A3 is again minus 2. So what to find? What is your A2 minus A1? That is A2 minus A1, will I get it as 2 minus of minus 2. So will it be equal to 4? A2 minus A1 I have got it as 4. Then what is A3 minus A2? A3 minus A2, will it be minus 2 minus of 2? So in that case will I get it as minus 4? Yes. So whether have I got A2 minus A1 is 4 and A3 minus A2 is equal to minus 4. So whether that two differences are same? No. That means they don't have common difference and hence the list of numbers, they are not in AP, or the given sequence is not in AP. Clear? Next, the last one. Here what we had? The next question was 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, again 3, 3, 3 and so on. Now, here I have A1 is equal to 1, A2 is equal to 1, A3 is equal to 1. Okay? As usual, if I find here A2 minus A1, what it is? A2 minus A1, it is equal to what? It is equal to your 1, A2 minus A1, that is 1 minus 1 will be equal to 0. Again, A3 minus A2 will be what? A3 minus A2, will it be given it as 0 itself? Yes, 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, but here if I stop, that because I have told that 3 terms. So if I have stopped here, and if you observe the next sequence, yes, there is a change in the sequence. Yes, 1 1 1, then it becomes your 2 2 2. That means my A4, it is equal to 2. So what is my A4 minus A3 I am getting? A4 minus A3, I am getting it as what? I am getting it as 1. So I don't have the common difference. Okay. So if you are considering only that 3 terms, I'll be getting that same difference I'm getting. But see, there is a change in the fourth term. Okay. So better way you can find that A4 minus A3 in all cases. Okay. So that it will be cleared that whether it is in AP or not. Okay. So here what we'll be getting here, whether the fourth sequence will be in AP? No, it is not in AP. So will I write it as, here A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2, but it is not equal to A4 minus A3, and hence the given list of numbers does not form an AP. Okay. Next one, from your exercise 5.1, see what is the question. In which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? Okay, you have to decide whether the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression. That means whether the given sequence is in AP or not. Okay, and if it is, then you have to justify the answer. Now, see the first question. The taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. That means suppose if the minimum fare is 15. Okay, that means whether you have just hired an auto and have to just move to the next shop just a little bit, a half a kilometer suppose, even though it is very nearer, yes, still I have to give the minimum cost. So whether I have to give minimum cost, it will be what? Minimum cost I have to give it as rupees 15. So whether my 15 will be the first term. Okay. See the next. For each kilometer, he has to pay, or we have to pay what? Extra 8 rupees. Okay, that means first term I'll be getting as 15. Then after 1 kilometer, yes, I have to pay what? 15 plus 8. That means I have to pay there 23 rupees. Okay, again for the next 1 kilometer, I have to pay what? I have to pay again it as what? Plus it will be 8. Okay, so 23 plus 8 I have to, or it is nothing but in that 15 I'm adding, means after 15 if I'm going that 2 kilometers, so 2 times 8 I have to give. Okay, that means 15 plus 16. That means I have to give there how much rupees? I have to give that 31 rupees. So 15, then 23, then next it will be what? 31. Okay, is that clear? So I have to check whether the given sequence which I am going to get, whether it is an AP or not. Okay, so what we had seen, so the taxi fare for the first kilometer, that is the basic fare, that was 15. Taxi fare after 2 kilometers, yes, so for till 1 kilometer the fare will be same 15 rupees. So after that it will change to what? 15 plus 8, that is 23. So after 3rd kilometer he has to pay, or one has to pay 23 plus 8. Yes, Again, after 4 kilometer, we have to pay what? 31 plus 8, that is 39. That means the sequence what I have got is 15, 23, 31 and 39. Okay, so just check whether they have the common difference. Yes, the same common difference. Yes, and the common difference is what? 8. And hence, the given sequence is in AP. Hope this is clear. Okay. So write your 4 terms and then check for it whether they have the common difference or not. Okay. See the next. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. See what it is? The amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. That means in that cylinder, whether initially some volume of air will be there. Yes, so let that volume of air be V. Okay, we don't know what it is, how much amount of air it is there. So suppose the total amount present in that cylinder, let it be initially present be V. Then what? When a vacuum pumps removes what? 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder. Okay, so whether the next what it will be, whether it will have V minus 1/4 of the remaining air. Okay, so whether 1/4 times V it will be this. Yes, so now in the cylinder we have V minus 1/4 times V air, amount of air. Yes, whether this is it clear? Just check. Okay, V minus V by 4. That means I'll be getting as second term, it will be my 3V by 4. My first term it will be V. My second term will be 3V by 4. That means now in the cylinder, what amount of air we have? That is 3V by 4. Now, again if I have that vacuum pump, so again it will remove 1/4 of that this remaining. So whether the next when I pump it again, will it be 3V by 4 minus 1/4 times what, how much amount of air it was having? 3V by 4. Okay, so whether this amount of air will be left out when again your vacuum pump is pumped. Yes, just check. So will I get it as 3V by 4 minus 1/4 times the air inside it was 3/4 times V. It's 1/4, it will be reduced. So whether the next term I will be getting as what? 9/16V. So whether the sequence I have got V, then 3/4 times V and 9/16 times V. Okay, and so on. So 3 terms I have. Now check whether the difference between the consecutive terms. So second term minus the first term. 3/4 times V minus V. So we'll be getting the answer as minus V by 4. Similarly, third term minus the second term. So 9/16V minus 3/4V. The answer it will be minus 3V by 16. But before that we have got the difference as minus V by 4. So it is not the same. So difference between consecutive terms is not equal, and hence what we can say, it is not an arithmetic progression. Is that clear? Okay. Next one. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it cost rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. That means if you are going to dig a well, yes, the fixed price for 1 meter, it is what? 150. So whether for the first meter, means if you are going to dig the well For the first meter, it will cost you 150. And for each meter, how much you are going to dig, the cost will raise by 50. That means one more meter if I dig the well. That means total 2 kilometers. How much amount you are going to pay? 150 plus 50, it will be 200. Again, if 3 meters have been digged, then you have to pay what amount? 250. Then it will be 300 and so on. So whether the given sequence, will it be in AP? Second term minus first term, third term minus second term. Check whether the differences are the same. Yes? And hence what we will say, it will be what? Hence the difference between any two consecutive terms, here that is your common difference, we have got it as same, and that is equal to 50, and hence it is in AP. Is that clear? Okay. Now the last question, the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at compound interest at 8% per annum. Yes, in your 8th standard you have studied your simple interest, compound interest, yes, as well as in 7th. Okay, now you remembered what was the formula for compound interest? Yes, for compound interest, you'll be having the amount to be paid. It is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 bracket raised to N. Okay, it is P into 1 plus R by 100 bracket raised to N. That is the amount you are going to pay after N years, where P is the principal amount, R is the rate of interest, and N is number of years. Now here, rate of interest is given to be 8. Your amount, what it is deposited is 10,000. Okay, and number of years we are going to check. So what will be the amount? So initially, for the first year, you will be having that 10,000. Okay, that you have deposited. So after 1 year, what amount will you get after 1 year? P, that is 10,000 into 1 plus R by 100. R is 8 by 100. So after 1 year, I'll be getting this amount. Okay. After 2 years, will I get 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 bracket square? Yes. And after 3 years, again 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 bracket cube. So these are the amounts that I'm going to get after each years. Okay, so this is my initial, that is my first term, second and the third term. So what we do, we have to check whether it is in AP or not. So second term minus the first term. What will I get there? Just see whether this term is the same. Only here bracket square you have. So if I subtract it, yes, second term minus the first term, what will I get? Just check. Will I have it as 10,000? Okay. 10,000 for then it was what? 1 plus 8 by 100 bracket square minus, it is again 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100. Yes. So whether this term is the common bracket square, that only one term I'll be taking. So is it 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 I'll be taking as outside. Inside the bracket it will be 1 plus 8 by 100 minus 1. So 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So whether the difference will I get 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 into 8 by 100. Okay. Then next again what we have to find? Check for your third term minus the second term. So third term minus the second term, if I do, whether I'll be taking this term as a common factor. Okay. So will I get it as 10,000 into it is 1 plus 8 by 100 bracket square, inside the bracket 1 plus 8 by 100 minus 1. So this will get cancelled and I'll be getting it as 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 bracket square into 8 by 100. Is it same as your previous? No, you can just check it. Because the previous I have got 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 into 8 by 100. And see here, you have the bracket square. So that two differences are not the same and hence it is not in AP. Okay, you can say your second term minus the first term not equal to third term minus the second term, and hence the given sequence it is not in AP. So hope whether the basic concepts of AP are clear, how to check whether the given sequence is in AP, and if it is given as a word problem you can just write the terms. Okay, hope this video it is clear to you. Okay, thank you.